This is truly an unprecedented situation.
This virus doesn't discriminate. It attacks everyone.
Coronavirus has changed life as we know it across America.
Chinese health authorities are still working to identify the virus.
At least 59 people are believed to have been sickened by the new virus.
Tonight, U.S. airports on high alert, screening passengers for symptoms of a deadly new virus.
It's been a bumpy start to the school year after the university reported more than 100 cases of the coronavirus since August 25th.
Rowan launched this vaccination center by rolling out the Moderna vaccine just approved last week.
We're tracking them, reaching out to them, we're isolating them.
Have significant number of their lectures online or in a virtual environment.
COVID-19 is the leading cause of death in our nation.
Come out more recently that's suggesting that there's been a particular impact on college students.
It's back to school, but not back to normal for students at Rowan University.
I am Stephen Myers, and I am the Vice President of Cinema Workshop.
So I'm Emma Butts. My RTN position is Student Programming Director. So basically I'm in charge of programming any content that goes on the YouTube and on Channel 5.
My name is Joe Pigeon. I'm the writer and director of The Premiere, which is a little meta tale about the president and the vice president of a film club catching beef and kind of going head to head after the president axes the vice president's film from their spring premiere.
Cinema Workshop is the film club on campus where it allows RTF or any other student involved in any other majors who are interested in filmmaking to come out and, well, essentially just make films.
So RTN is Rowan Television Network. Basically, it is a Rowan University-based club where we will go to field shoots, either special events like, let's say, St. Baldrick's Day, we'll cover something like that. Basically, any event that happens in the Student Center, we'll cover that. Also, we cover sports like hockey, baseball, basically any sport that we're allowed to cover, we cover. Also, I think about right now, we have about 5 studio shows. Some of them range from news to late night comedy. So basically, it's just so that RTF majors are able to get even more hands-on experience through the club.
So we had to keep our crews down to like a 10-person minimum because most of the film gets shot here at Rowan University. And, you know, obviously SGA has their guidelines in place, so we had to, you know, double up on some positions. Some people are going to have to be running off camera to, you know, act in 1 second and then, you know, do sound in the next shot. In terms of like actors or whatever, you know, once they're done, we don't need them. We send them home. Whereas usually sometimes actors could stick around, you know, to be PAs because the actors are usually people that are from the club and don't mind sticking around anyway, but in this instance, once they're done, if we truly don't have a need for them, we just need to send them home.
Pin? Yeah, that's gone. This is true. All right, we're ready to do this?
Yep, ready. Back in March, going from in-person to online was better because some of my professors were just like, you know that paper we're going to have you do? Yeah, just do the paper and hand it in, and that's the last thing I'm going to ask you to do for all the year. Like, they didn't do anything else. It was like for some of the professors, that in person was the last time I saw them or heard from them.
Seeing as though sometimes I was having difficulties, I was able to talk back and forth with them a lot. Also, I felt like I was able to talk with my classmates a lot more. I feel like I was, in general, especially with COVID, you know, trying to get into contact with people, I feel like if you went out of your way to contact people and met more. So I feel like my personal relationships and my also professional relationships skyrocketed just because I was communicating with people a lot more than I normally would be.
7,
giving vaccines
6,
to anyone 16
5,
and older
4,
on April 19th.
3,
Reporting
2,
from Rowan University,
1.
I'm Joel Vexford.
Taking it 3.
Thank you everyone for tuning in.
We were supposed to shoot parts 3 and 4 like a week or 2 after spring break was going to happen. But, you know, people started getting more nervous. People started floating the idea, oh, this actually might get canned, this might not happen. And sure enough, I'm just getting ready to do another production meeting, and then somebody tells me that it's gotten canceled, and that was pretty upsetting at first, but ultimately, you know, it is what it is. Cut. All right, let's set up for Jerry's mediums.
I think the whole COVID situation has made people a little bit more aware of like germs and stuff, to the point where, because like, not that it was terrible beforehand, but I feel like it's going to be more of a conscious effort to kind of like look out for this kind of stuff now.
You know, I feel like now we're a little bit more of germaphobes, but I don't think there is particularly anything that I am like very shying away from. I'm going to try to get my life back to normal in a safe pace.
Keyboard, don't want to attack her.
I know. It's the right thing to do. I don't know if it is either. Everybody put on hand sanitizer. Everybody put it. I just kind of sprayed it too close to the switcher.
So after you know, the miniseries got canceled, I was definitely on edge in terms of, you know, diving headfirst into another project so soon in the event that it would get canceled again, because I mean, something like that kind of hurts. You spend a lot of time on it and it doesn't work out. So I was cautiously optimistic. I felt as though we would work something out because, you know, the entire world was adjusting to everything at that point. And so I felt as though we would figure out a way, but 100% pretty cautious and was hesitant to fully put 100% of my time into something.
Do you want me to do the laugh at the beginning or no? Well, we're gonna get like those separate shots, so this is simply just for him to react.
I think, and this is just personally how I do, but one of the personal changes I probably will be having is, I think for a while I probably won't really particularly like large gatherings, but I think just overall kind of my work ethic, I think I learned a better balance of work and relaxation. I definitely think COVID had to teach me how to, you know, separate work from, you know, what like things I casually do. So I think that's definitely a big thing I'm going to be taking away from this, just the difference between work and play.
See, I'm
She's
about
in York.
to box YouTube. So when I'm keying up the credits, I gotta use this, right? Yeah.
And it's on. Okay.
These two, you're just gonna be. I mean, you should
Yeah,
just
they're
be
right
in
there.
those two the entire time, yeah.
Okay.
Because
Yeah, there's definitely methods to bounce back from all this, and you know, when there's a group of people that are dedicated to doing something, especially media makers, it's gonna be impossible to stop them from doing it. As you can see, even in Hollywood, like it didn't take that long before major production companies were starting up productions again, and they were like forking over like $500,000 to make sure the crew was tested, and you know, that type of passion doesn't just exist in the upper level production, you know, companies. It also is very much here, and I mean, everyone that is in Cinema Workshop is so dedicated, and honestly, like, thankfully to our e-board and president and everybody like that, they were able to really push to make sure that everybody in the club was getting the full experience that, you know, they were able to give them given the circumstances. And I think that only boils down to just the fact that everybody loves making movies.